Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters around the whole world. Today we'll be reading Interfaith Dialect and Quest for Reality by Dr. Rais Al Haq. And right now we are on chapter 5. Alright, let's get started. Chapter 5. The Quran is the steadfast supporter of the human and freedom. It clarifies that all human beings are created from by Almighty God, and He has never given anybody or any nation the right to subject other humans. Freedom is the birthright of all humans. The Quran declares about the Quran declares is the evolution of articulate right of kingship. Their spirit right to the rule of religious people and practice of slavery, discrimination, inequality, injustice, and favoritism. It explains that God has created various amongst the people only for mutual recognition for any pillages. All people behold, we have created you all out of a male and a female, and have made you into nations and tribes, so that you might come to know one another. Verily, the noblest of you in the sight of God is the one who is most deeply conscious of Him. Behold, God is all-knowing and all-aware. Quran, Surah 48, Ayat 13. At the political level of the Quran gave the system in which the rulers would be implemented the law of justice and equally given by God, not equally given by God, and not acting as an inherently privileged ruler who others over others. The correct of kingship was abolished even for the prophet Dawood, who was generally considered to be a king. It is mentioned in the Quran that he was a versary of God and not a king. O Dawood, behold, we have made you a prophet, vicegerent on earth, and judge then between humans with justice, and do not follow vain desire, uh, lest it lead you astray from the path of God. Verily, for those who are go astray uh, from the path of God, they were sacrificing service in store for forgotten the day of reconciling. Quran Surah 8, Ayat 26. No setup of a state that has kings fits in the political system given by the Quran and Prophet. This is the reason in the grandchildren of the Prophet Hassan ibn Ali fought against the rulers of then Islamic states who were changing the greatest tree of Islamic history. Freedom of human beings been given the top priority in Islamic political system, despite widespread misconception, and there was completely religious culture, ideology, and social freedom in the early Islamic state. Freedom of expression was a norm as long as it didn't infringe upon of respect for the Prophet or God. The level of freedom at the time of the pressure at the present of the Prophet and during his rightly guided Khalifs, we've reached such as a high level that ordinary men and women are standing fearless in front of the heads of the state. We need to criticize them or ask questions. The axis of the Quran and ideology is that you fear none except God, worship none except God, put your trust is none except God. No modern ideology or system has yet reached that level, and we still will have to wait for that. Kendi Shishan, an anti-war activist, uh, is whose son was killed in Iraq war, or was not allowed to meet with the president. Uh, was allowed to lead. Was allowed to meet with uh, President George W. Bush in August 2005 when she was complaining outside George's Prairie chapter ranch. She was internally damaged. Urged a meeting with the president to ask about the reason for the Iraq invasion. Islam gave a political system in which the heads of the state were not to exploit resources, all at the expectation of ordinary people. They used to be unavailable to ordinary people. Islamic social system is to be based on equality of a human being and its priority in human rights for all, regardless of color, race, gender. There is freedom for all religions is in Islamic State. There was the reason that Muslims came to Spain, never forced anybody to change religion as Christian under Irfan did when they took over, removing all the Muslims from Spain. Alright, ma'asalam, brothers and sisters, that was it for today. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what kind of videos you guys want us to see. Every day I'll be reading a new chapter of this book. Ma'asalam.